Hello, as Chief Executive of the Bancon Group of Companies, I believe it is vitally important to maintain and improve standards right across all our sites. This induction focuses on the key information you need to know to ensure you are working safely within a safe environment, and we at Bancon continue to meet and improve our health and safety, quality and environmental requirements. This short DVD forms part of the Bancon induction process. At least once every 6 months you will be shown this DVD as a refresher of Bancon's site standards.
The Bancon induction comprises this DVD or a check that you have viewed it within the last 6 months, a site-specific Z card which contains the key site information you will need to know, and the site whiteboard where any relevant information for the day will be posted. A record of your induction will be kept on site. By now, or immediately after viewing this DVD, you will be shown where the assembly point is and what to do in the event of an emergency situation. If this does not happen, make sure you ask. On our sites, we endeavour to provide and maintain clean and tidy welfare facilities. Please help us to keep them this way. Before you undertake work on our sites, you must have read and signed off the risk assessments for the work. These risk assessments should help protect not only you, but others nearby and the environment. Remember that conditions can change and that may affect your safety. Review your risk assessments regularly. If you're under 18, then you are classed as a young person. A specific risk assessment must be conducted for you, and you should be closely supervised. Compulsory personal protective equipment on our construction sites is a hard hat, a high visibility vest or jacket, and safety footwear. Your risk assessment should identify any other PPE required. Falls from height are the most common cause of death and serious injury in the construction industry. You may need to work at height at one of our sites, and this should always be done from a safe working platform. There should be no fall risks from these platforms. If you have any concerns about your work at height, discuss them with the site manager immediately. Do not go onto a scaffold if there are incomplete signs displayed on it. If the scaffold requires alteration to accommodate a task, then contact the site manager who will arrange for a competent person to do so. If you need to use a ladder or step ladder, then the safe use of it should be covered fully in your risk assessment. Make sure you know how to use a ladder safely. Be aware of the risks associated with excavation work. Ensure suitable barriers are in place and there is adequate protection within the excavation. If you are working at ground level, you must still take care. Use the designated access routes. In general, these should be more even and free from slip and trip hazards. Take care around site vehicles. Study the site traffic management plan for routes and roadways, loading areas, and parking arrangements. If you're going to be operating a vehicle on site, then make sure you stick to the rules. You must also be trained and competent to operate the equipment. If you need to refuel site plant, then make sure this is done in the designated area and always use a drip tray. If there are any spills during refueling, clean them up immediately using the spill kit and report the incident to the site manager. You should be competent to use the work equipment you require. Make sure any equipment you use is safe and fit for the job. You should always check your work equipment before use. Some work equipment also requires more formal inspections to be carried out and recorded. Remember, using certain types of equipment may present additional risks, so refer to your risk assessment and use the additional PPE or equipment required. If you require to use electrical equipment on site, then make sure it is 110 volt. On a rare occasion, it may be necessary, after a risk assessment, to use 240 volt with a residual current device. Before using any electrical equipment, make sure you check for any signs of damage or wear, and ensure it has a valid portable appliance test. Never take a chance with electricity. Always consider that electricity may be present around you. Electrical systems should be isolated and proved dead before working on them. Don't let electricity prove you wrong. And consider the environment. Switch off lights and equipment when not in use. Consider the weather and the additional risks it may bring. Sites should be prepared for icy conditions by gritting walkways and clearing paths. When high winds are forecast, then materials should be suitably secured. And on the rare occasions when the sun visits, then remember to be sun safe. Although the lifespan of our sites may be short-term, we must consider the long-term effect we may have on the environment. The key areas we need to consider are waste, fuel storage, and use of resources like water and electricity. It's important we minimise our impact on the environment and prevent pollution. At Bancon, we aim to reduce our wastage where possible. It is cost-effective and helps to reduce any impact on our surroundings. In order to reduce wastage, use the correct amount of materials and always store them correctly. Think about reusing offcuts, or can someone else make use of your waste materials? If there isn't an opportunity to reuse materials, then make sure you recycle them in the appropriate skip. Hazardous materials should be stored as specified by the manufacturer and disposed of safely. If you need to use substances which may be hazardous to your health, then make sure you understand how to use them safely. If you're unsure, then ask. We are registered with the Considerate Constructors Scheme, which has the main aim of improving the image of the construction industry through awareness of local environmental issues, being responsible and respectful, and having safe systems on site. Play your part in maintaining a positive impression of the site. Ensure you're respectful and considerate to those around you. Maintain a clean and tidy workplace and ensure the waste policy is followed. Think about those around you and keep noise to a minimum. Switch off lights and turn down heating when cabins are not in use. Follow safety procedures and report any concerns to the site manager. If an incident occurs on site, then please ensure this is reported to the site manager, who will record the details on an incident report form. Please also report any near misses. You may help prevent someone else being injured. We believe in working together to improve our standards. A wide range of information is displayed on our notice boards, and our employee reps are available to listen to your ideas or concerns. Regular toolbox talks are held to ensure you're kept up to date with information.
As Managing Director of Bancon Construction, I believe that working together is fundamental to maintaining and improving our site standards. I trust you will make this commitment with me to ensure a safe working environment for everyone.